If you want to find out whether you should invest in Cardano, then this is the video for you. So let's get into it and let me give you 5 basic facts. Fact number 1 is Cardano is a proof of stake cryptocurrency compared to a proof of work, where a proof of work is mining, proof of stake you don't need to mine. Another interesting fact, point number 2, was that it was developed by the co-founder of Ethereum, Charles Hoskinson. Basically, a lot of Cardano is a bit similar to Ethereum, so they've got smart contract viability and they have NFT exchanges as well. Point number 3, let's talk about its market cap and let's compare it to Ethereum. So firstly, what's the market cap of Ethereum? The market cap of Ethereum is 225 billion. And if we compare that to the market cap of Cardano, that is 10 billion. Fact number 4 is Cardano is a deflationary asset. So what that means is that it has a fixed supply of 45 billion tokens. And if we compare that to Ethereum, Ethereum introduces more tokens every single year. The final fact, fact number 5, we're going to talk about transactions per second. So Cardano has a transactions per second speed of 257 versus Ethereum's 30 transactions per second. Now, if we compare this to the likes of something like, for example, of Visa can process 30,000 transactions per second. So if you can think of it like this, if you look at both Cardano and Ethereum can only do 30, Cardano can only do 257. And that is nowhere close to what Visa can do, which is 30,000 transactions per second. So how can we expect at this current moment for these cryptocurrencies to be able to overtake the likes of Visa when they are much slower than, for example, Visa? What is important is Cardano is trying to sort of fix this issue, and they're introducing this concept known as Hydra. And basically Hydra's there to improve the network's performance, to make it a bit faster. And what they hope is that they can get Cardano to go up to 1 million transactions per second, which would mean that they would far outpace Visa at 30,000 and then they would beat Ethereum. But also what's key to note is that Ethereum is also working on this scalability issue and trying to increase the transactions per second as well. So before we move forward, what we need to ask ourselves is Cardano exactly like Ethereum? Is it a sister or a twin of Ethereum? Is it maybe a budget version of Ethereum? These are the types of things we need to ask ourselves. Is it exactly like Ethereum, or does it have something different? And it looks like they both have the same sort of mission. So the question is, who's going to win in its mission? Is it going to be Ethereum or is it going to be Cardano? So now that we've got this idea and we've given all the facts, and if you want to invest in Cardano, let me show you the charts and you can see some interesting areas where you can buy. So we're currently on TradingView and we're looking at the Cardano US dollar chart on the broker Binance, the exchange Binance. First thing we want to do is we want to look at market structure. We're looking at the 6 monthly, and as you can see, the 6 monthly market structure is quite bullish. So confidence number 1 in terms of our technicals is that Cardano is bullish on the 6 monthly time frame. What I want to do now is I want to identify any points of support or resistance. As you can see, we can probably call this maybe a support area. So we got a support here and we've got a resistance over here. Okay, so now that we've got that, let's move on to the monthly time frame to see what market structure is saying here. And again, market structure again is saying that we are in a bullish trend. So confidence number 2 is we're in a bullish trend on the monthly time frame. Now that we know that we're bullish on both the 6 monthly and we're bullish on the monthly, let's look at the weekly, and then we're going to go back to the monthly to draw some areas of interest. Because we're on the weekly, I like to go a year back. So currently we are in 2023, so I'm going to look back as far as 2022. And if I look back as far as 2022, we are currently bearish on the weekly. So that's not a confluence for us. So just to clarify what's going on here is, so if we look at the highest time frame, which is our 6 monthly, it is bullish. On the middle time frame, which is my monthly time frame, we're also bullish. Okay, so that's 2 confluences. But then on the weekly, we're bearish. But what I want you to understand about market structures, we can have a situation where my weekly is bearish, but my other 2 higher time frames are not bearish, but they're bullish. That's not to say that we can't change from our weekly being bearish right now and going down. We might change structure and then it can become bullish. So this could mean that, okay, at the moment we are bearish on the weekly, but maybe we might find an area on the monthly or the 6 monthly that it might react off of, and then basically it's going to result in the bearish structure becoming bullish, so basically going up in nature. But we do need to take into account that we are bearish on the weekly time frame, which means we're going down. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on to the 1 monthly and I'm going to draw some zones. So this is my support, and I can draw a zone. So we're approaching this support zone here on the monthly, okay? And if we look at the RSI currently, it's neither overbought or it's neither oversold. So there's no confluence there, but there's a nice demand zone on the monthly. We could draw this range right here. Actually, let me go into the 6 monthly and see if I can draw a bigger demand zone. If I were to draw a zone, I will take this last red candle. Let's see what the coordinates are. So it's 0.09 and 0.03. So this is an area of interest for me. This is my demand zone on the 6 monthly. So we've got a demand zone between the areas of 0.09 and 0.03. So now moving on to the 1 monthly time frame, let's see if we can find that similar zone over here. What I would usually do is I would take this one red candle, but because it's quite small, I'm just going to take this overall area here. So now that is 0.154. So our area of interest will be basically 0.154. And what I want to see is I want to see some sort of reaction off of this point. So for me personally, what I'm going to wait for, if I was to invest in this or get in, is I would look for price to come down to this area here and then hopefully get some sort of a reaction, whether it be a monthly RSI or one of those candles, maybe a wick or a bullish engulfing candle or something like that, and then I would get in, and then my first take profit would probably be this area here, which is the 1.385. And just to further show you why this is a good point of interest is if we look on the 1 monthly time frame, the 1 weekly, sorry, and we get our Fibonacci retracement tool. So the way the Fibonacci works is I'm going to take it from the top to the bottom of this area. And if you notice, my negative 27 is an area of confluence. And where is this negative 27? This negative 27 is also that area which I spoke about, which is my red area, which is my 1 monthly demand zone. So basically, what this Fibonacci is going to tell me is, yes, the weekly is bearish. However, my Fibonacci is able to tell me, okay, it's bearish, but it will also tell me where is this bearish flow going to end up most probably. So this negative 27 is an area that this bearish structure is going to go and touch. That's why it's very important that that negative 27 is appearing in that same area, which is our demand zone, which is an area that it's most probably going to reach. So for me personally, what I would do is I would probably wait for price to reach this area, and I would probably look for the monthly RSI to show oversold, and then I would buy there. And if you'd like to see a similar analysis on, for example, XRP, you can find that video right over